Hi, welcome to the Stuck in It Zombies. I'm Amy, also known as Che Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 83. The last one before the zombies converge on Rochester.
I almost wore my retreat shirt, but I couldn't find it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you packed it already?
No.
That hasn't gotten on my list yet. Pack. Because it's kind of like a staycation, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah. I'll send my mom home to get my stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Mom,
Mommy,
I need some underwear. Can you go home and get me some underwear?
run home and get me some stuff. I need it. Or she'll probably be at my house. Come bring it, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm hoping that my mom, who is also coming, will get to spend a certain amount of time, like, soaking in the knitterly vibes.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll become a knitter. And but also I know that she'll want to spend time with the grandkids as well. So
yeah.
You seem really high. I need to sit up straight, man. So you just got back from a little vacation. Had a good time?
Yes. So I would highly recommend Wisconsin Dells vacations. Now we had gone a couple years ago to Mount Olympus, and so the Wisconsinites might know everything that I'm talking about. And I wasn't like overly thrilled with that. I mean, it was fine, and it was kind of a massive vacation, so we were sharing rooms with other people, and it wasn't just our nuclear small family, it was an extended group.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wasn't as like overly fond of the way things were laid out and whatnot, but we booked at the Wilderness this time. Oh my god, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. I felt like everything was overstaffed, everything that you could want or need was taken care of, and it was very relaxing, and the kids had an amazing time because there was 3 indoor water parks and 4 outdoor water parks in that one place. And so we got to try something new every day and kind of rearrange how we were going to do things. And they had good rides for their height and age. So there was one park in particular where we could kind of sit down at the base of the slides and they could just go up and up.
Yeah.
And I got a lot of exercise in because I was walking all those stairs up to the top of those slides too.
Mm-hmm.
But highly recommend the Wilderness. That was way fun.
Yeah, we stayed at one in Kansas City when we went down there, but I think it's on the actual Kansas side. My geography has been a little bit lacking with, if you've noticed out on the Knitpocalypse boards, I claimed people were from certain cities in Missouri and then called them in Kansas, and yeah. But anyway, it was not like that. There was not like 4 water parks. It was just one water park, one indoor water park in Kansas City. So that sounds like a sight to beholden.
It was fun. It was fun. And they had a lot of other activities that they could do too, like arcades and, just everything. Like the water parks were all included in your wristband, but everything else was like a little bit extra.
Mm-hmm.
So there was arcades and bumper boats and zip lines and go-karts and, all on property. And we really enjoyed it. Our hotel room had a kitchenette and dining type of area, so we bought food and saved some money there. And yeah, it was really, really relaxing. And if any of my my voice, I think it's allergies.
It finally got warm here in Minnesota. We complained enough that it's like now in the 80s and very humid.
And all the plants decided to go poof.
Here,
have all the pollen.
Yeah. Like, we've been holding out because it's been too cold. But here, you can have it all.
So I think this is allergies. The communications might have been a little lax because I was in the wilderness, as it were. And it was really fun. The kids had an amazing time. And I just witnessed all sorts of families having amazing time.
That's awesome.
So it was really fun. They had an indoor wave pool.
Sorry, I just feel like come have an amazing time with your family. Like, it feels like like a rainbow should appear overhead and a unicorn can gallop by.
We did just return this morning, so it's fresh and I'm feeling awesome because I had
And your
this
kids
getaway.
are the right age. Like,
Yeah.
if I took my 2-year-old there, yeah, I'm sure there would be some sort of shenanigans with diapers, swim diapers, and
yeah. I mean, they had a lot of splash zones, if you will, like the little 1 foot, 10-inch.
We went to the YMCA on Sunday, so, our little indoor water park here in Rochester, because it's been rainy every single weekend.
Yeah.
Like,
it's supposed to be again
since it's not been snowing, it's been rainy every single weekend. Yeah. So we just get tired of being indoors and looking at each other, and I was just like, let's just go to the swimming pool. So, anyway.
So, those of you flying in from amazing weather stops,
bring some with you.
Bring some wonderful weather.
I think it's supposed to be like in the 70s and 80s, and I was talking to Annette in Arizona, and she was like, I'm going to be freezing, and I'm like, bring your neckwear.
There you go.
That stuff you can't wear in Arizona, bring it.
Yeah.
Bring it.
It'll have a use in our
not only if it's
70 degrees.
Yeah, and it might just be that it's air conditioning and you're cold. I don't know.
Yes.
That was kind of me last year.
Yes,
at our retreat experience last year. So, all right, we have some things, some administrati, and then we've got some quick. Probably haven't gotten as much knitting done as we've been busy, and then no enabling because we're saving our dollars. All about the money. Sorry, I've been listening to Pitch Perfect soundtrack now instead of watching it. So we had 2 giveaways. The Rockstrata Flash giveaway had 117 entries. Cool. And there were 2 winners, so you had a pretty good chance there. So 2 through 117. The winners were 12 and 98. And 12 was Selket, Selkhet, Maya. And she said that it involved tequila, definitely tequila, for her to feel like a rock star. And then 98 was Michelle R. And she said she feels like a rock star in her living room dance parties, and I have to say that I concur. My children and I, living room dance party often. And then the next giveaway, handmade in the UK, which is fabulous, and there's a dessert going on. Don't know if you've noticed, but somebody's winning.
Oh, finally. Okay.
Oh, Amy's pulling out the I always win, so everybody must be pitying you. I actually felt bad because people were commenting that Windswept had a really good neckline, and so I went out and posted the other picture of the Julissa neckline in the poll, just so that people could see that there was a scoop neck and a high neck.
Yep.
But anyway, made in the UK, Tin Can Knits. There were 19 Twitter entries. Holla! I love it.
That was good. Yeah.
Yes, I love the Twitter entries. So 2 through 266 plus 19 is 285. I even did it on a calculator to make sure that I didn't mess up. So 2 through 85, and the winner was 219, who is Pamela, and she wants to knit the livid.
Okay.
Not livid.
Vivid.
Livid. She's not angry. She's bright. I've seen a lot of Instagrams recently of folks doing those squares.
Oh, okay.
And I ordered enough yarn to do this all in, Madeline Tosh, or all in the Plucky Knitter, or all in.
Wow.
And it was just like,
some fancy blankets.
Yes, some fantastico blankets, might I add.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. If I did one, I'm trying to think. It would probably end up being like more of a scrappy one. I don't know that I would purposely go out and buy, yarn. Not that that's a bad thing, but like a base in a bunch of colors.
Yeah, I've been liking the rustic ones, so I think that I would probably go that route. Like I've seen a lot of people with some rustic American wools. I like those. I think those are really cool.
That would make a nice blanket. You wouldn't have to wear it against your skin. It would be warm.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Have a nice look to it.
Yeah, I just think the look would be just really nice.
All right. But those were our drawings. We also have, so the Disserdat is going to go after the retreat, which if you're watching this in the future, past, I guess not future. You can't watch it in the future. If you're watching it, way in the past, and you're like, when was the retreat?
They can be watching it in the future. This is the now. They're in the future.
Oh.
Watching.
So the past. They can't be watching it in the past. My brain disconnected today.
You're having issues.
If you're watching
We all
past
are.
episode, maybe I was thinking the future episode. Anyway.
Okay, anyway. Moving on.
Future episodes don't exist yet. Let's talk about the relativity of time.
Let's
in
not
our knitting
say we did.
podcast. Let's do it in the past. Since I got that one right. Anyway, we've got the Disserdat going on, which is going to drive our next knit along. It's looking like right now it might be the Windswept.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about.
I would have to pick out some yarn.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited about the picking out of the yarn. DK, right?
Yep.
The double knit.
I have some yarn. It might work. I just have to see if the yardage.
Nothing in my closet.
Yardage.
It won't work. I have nothing to wear. What else do we have going on? Got the play at home stuff for the retreat, which will be goings on. But ultimately, we've got we'll be skipping a Wednesday recording, Thursday publishing.
Yes.
So you won't see us for 2 weeks. Unless you see us in realsies, in real life.
I will say, please watch the boards while we are retreating. That is where the play at home game will happen. Will happen. So chances are it'll be sometime when I'm having insomnia.
Yep.
I will start a thread.
Yep.
And it will have until the time that we draw the prizes, the door prizes for the people who are at the event. We'll be drawing the prizes for the people who are playing at home.
Yep.
And the prizes will more or less be a surprise, but I have a feeling that they will be something that the retreaters have gotten and exclusive to those people. So, whatever. You'll be getting them too, so they're not exclusive to them, but what?
Yep. We'll be distributing all other ones in real life.
Yes.
All right. FOs.
I don't have any.
You said you had an almost FO, right? Or
Well,
almost hoe.
Almost hoe.
Almost. A hoe wannabe.
So I need to Kitchener this toe,
Mm.
and then I'll be done with one.
Love me some Kitchener.
So this is the pinstripe pattern by Wee Sheep, and the Desert Vista Dye Works yarn.
In the New York City New Year's Eve colorway or something?
I think so.
Yeah. It's very sparkly and very bright and pretty.
Yes.
Pretty.
And yeah, I was working on this in the car, and I finally got to the toe, and I was thinking about doing it a little different, but then I had noticed that I was running out of black, and I was like, oh, I think I'm ready to Kitchener.
Yep.
Tried it on, sure enough, yep, I can. So I'm going to end it right there. So that it won't be a little bit of like a red stripe at the toe, it'll be black. And it'll have gone from red to orange. Cool. So it'll be like a continuous stripe. And that is it, and it's not really an FO, so I will let you talk.
All right, I have had, speaking of insomnia, some recent insomnia, so I have a lot of FOs. I finished my neon, which I kind of wanted to get done in time to shop for buttons, and then also so that Miss wonderful Michelle could see a garment out of her beautiful yarn. And I figured out how to do the sleeves faster. I did them a little tighter, and then this has 5 inches of ribbing at the bottom, as the pattern calls for. So I'll probably end up either zhuzhing or...
I'm yawning over here.
I know. I'm really interesting. You can tell. And this is by Hohi Locatelli. And I can't think... I mean, it obviously has a little more positive ease than the pattern was called for. And I'm going to be looking for, at Jenny's of all the buttons, the 8 buttons that it calls for. They're small holes. I saw somebody either on Ravelry or Instagram that was putting the grosgrain behind it because she said the buttons made it pull. which if you had negative ease, I could see that being an issue.
Yeah.
But I do not have a great deal of negative ease. I don't have a lot more to say about it. It's been really wet here, so it almost still feels a little damp, even though it's been drying for quite a long time. I actually put a fan on it. I haven't been having to put a fan on it, but it's a nice weight, nice summer weight, because it's got the ventilation holes. I think I've said that before. Also wrapped up my Camp Loopy Project 3. You may have seen my beautiful daughter modeling it. Hopefully that end. Nope. It wants to come loose. I need to weave in an end and make sure that it's not going to fly away. But there's that asymmetrical brim. This is the Tramontane by Kiki Kawai, Yarn vs. Zombies, and this is the Three Irish Girls Adorn in the Bryn colorway.
Pretty pretty.
It is very pretty. I like it. It looked really cute on my daughter. I think it's going to look really cute on the recipient. And I made it slouchy enough so that it used up the yardage that was required. So slouchy, slouchy. And I'll be sending this off.
I think it'll look better on her cute face.
Yeah, the person that it's going to. Because Amy knows and you don't. Anyway, I like surprises, if you can't tell. I have no idea where that came from. And those are my 2 FOs. Woohoo! Yes.
Good job.
I really like it. And I really like the bright colors, and I really like this. I have to decide. I haven't decided and gone through and done. And I'm really sorry if we're just talking retreat, but it's next week. And I'm really excited. And I'm like living and breathing and not sleeping it. So.
Agreed.
Yeah. So that is why it is constantly being talked about. But I have to decide what I'm going to wear it with and what day.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done my coordination of outfits yet.
I have thought very little about that, other than I have some dresses that I want to wear, but then I'm like, well, the dresses, then I have to pick out shawls or sweaters to go over top of the dresses, because they're not ones that I've knitted. I do have one of those, so if you must see it, you're going to have to tell me. I might not bring it.
She'll call her mommy and say, bring my dress, my knitted dress.
It's in the closet, it's purple. Train of thought. Just left the station. Have no idea where.
Eat, live, eat, not sleep, the retreat.
Oh, yeah.
Planning out your wardrobe.
It's been a crazy, right? Cray.
I'm really super duper excited about it. So don't get me wrong.
No, I'm not.
It's creeping in. So if you're like, I'm not going to the retreat and I'm tired of hearing about it.
This is the last week.
Yeah. We're going to be completely retreat free come July.
Well, we might have to at least talk about it the episode after.
I know. There will be a retrospective. An obligatory retrospective. But after that, it won't be retreat this, retreat that. Well, don't you feel like, everything that I've said has referenced the retreat, so I feel as if I'm a one note.
We will be all about knitting the Julissa, because it's going to win.
There's going to be a comeback while we're away, and I will be surprised. It'll be the swing vote. What's the swing vote? Okay, those are my finished objects. You are currently working on
the My Honey.
Oh, honey. Sorry. That's from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Oh, honey.
That girl.
Yes. Oh, honey. It's very bright.
Yes. So I'm really enjoying how the striping's coming out.
Is this supposed to be a self-striping yarn?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be Plymouth's version of the Noro. It's gonna be just a little bit longer for my daughter, and I don't know how much. I think I have enough to do full sleeves, but if I wanted them to be matchy, I might have to
shorten yardage.
Yeah, I might have to
track out pieces and
or join them in later. I don't know. It might be a bit of a fudge, make it work moment. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the pattern's very simple and easy to work with. And the sleeves are going to have like some tucking and then belling, so it's going to have some added interest in the sleeves. Because right now it's just all up at the top that the interesting shaping was. It's getting wider, it's getting belled out at the bottom. But
because other than the yoke detail, it kind of looks like the shalom, right?
Yeah,
Ish.
yeah. So, but yeah, it's getting wider, so that it could be buttoned and still be a bell shape.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only got 2 buttons up here at the top. Or at least that's the way I'm making mine, and that's the way it's pictured in the pattern. And then you saw the almost hoe. And then I have some inches, no, maybe an inch added to this.
The folded.
Yeah, the folded in the Gritting Gargoyle yarn. That's my side seam. And yeah, so I'm enjoying working with the yarn, and I love just going round and round and round. It's very simple knitting.
Mm-hmm.
I have to unbraid it.
I'm there with you.
I have to unbraid the 3 every once in a while, but other than that, it's really...
So that'll be good retreat knitting.
Yeah, I'm thinking, because it's not going to get done before then. Like, I don't think I'm going to be that fast.
Mm-mm.
So, yeah, that and everything else is getting a lot closer to being done, so I've been wanting to work on that. This is not close to being done at all. And, yeah, that's it. Like I said, we've had, I do have my secret project that got worked on for a couple days this week.
I had to do that. I remember. One last piece.
One last hurrah for the secret knitting, and it can be mailed.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be very excited to see that
yes,
sent off.
if you've been involved in the secret knitting.
Yeah, which some of you have been.
Mm-hmm. Many people have
yes.
been. Don't know if they watch us, but
yeah.
Exciting.
So
exciting nonetheless. My work in progress is, and I'm going to try not to talk too much about it, the Bonnie by Tin Can Knits out of Handmade in the UK. It is out of Marigold Jen in the midnight train to Georgia, for me anyway. Mm-hmm. And it is for BFL lace. And if I have one thing that I deeply regret about this, is that you cannot feel the fabric that this is creating. It is fantastic. The color, the cut, it's all beautiful, but it's just so drapey and soft and silky that it's just a fantastic fabric. Like, Amy's like, I don't know if it's that great, but I love
it's just a lame regret. If there's one thing I could regret, is that you couldn't touch this fabulousness.
It is. It's a huge regret of mine. Lame. So again, being kind of clever. Sorry if I blew out your ears there. I did a provisional cast on. I was in a VKN with somebody a while back. I think it was Miss Stacy. And I had commented that my provisional cast-ons, I always struggled because I picked up the wrong bumps if you do the crochet method. So you just chain crochet and then you pick up through the wrong bumps, and then you can't unravel it. Like you end up having to cut the waste yarn that you provisionally cast on with. She's like, have you ever seen the one where you just provisionally cast on with the crochet hook directly onto the knitting needle? And I was like, no. And I can't remember what one she directed me to, but I found one. So if you Google Webb's crochet provisional cast on, it comes up with, there's like, that's the first thing that Google comes up with. And it's awesome. Like, there's no guessing what bump to pick up. And it's also very nice because it's not like, sometimes when I provisionally cast on, I just do a Judy's Magic cast on, but then you have to know how long of a tail to do because it requires both sides of the yarn. Or with this provisional cast on with your waste yarn, you're just working from one end and you crochet over and you make another hook and you crochet over and you make it, and it's just, you can count, right? You go, okay, I've got 100 and whatever this was. And so I provisionally cast on, and it worked out awesome. And then I worked up from there. So I did like an inch. I thought, Well, maybe if it's like a little loose, I wouldn't mind if it was at a point where I might want to emphasize, so I put it right around my bust level. So I knit for like an inch, and then I started this, and I got up to here, and then I worked the fronts and the backs, and then today I unraveled, or last night I unraveled the that provisional cast on, picked it up. I don't think you can see it.
Cool.
Where is it? It would be about an inch in here, like right here. I tried it on. I can't try it on right now because I'm and I'm dropping stitches.
Don't breathe.
Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your nose. What was I saying? Oh, it's I can't see it, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I got to do the fun part first, so I'm calling this my dessert first. So I did the lace first and tried it on, but now I'm doing, that's where I was going, my magic loop in the round. My diameter is smaller, and I'm fixing my stocking knit as I talk here. Is small enough that I can't try it on these needles in front of you, but it looks very nice. I think I changed and did the shoulders instead of binding off both and seaming them. I did a 3-needle bind off. Although it looked like I missed a stitch right there, and I end up unraveling it and redoing it. Not missed it, but didn't grab both sides of the leg. And I'm just now noticing it on air because that's the right place to notice it. And then this is a little tight. I would, if I could go back and redo that a little looser, which I might if I'm unraveling this. Anyway, it's just stockinette for miles now, so it will be another good retreat. And the reason why I did that was because I'd like to make it as long as I possibly can. So the pattern as written is kind of a shorter length, and you don't know that if you do it from the bottom up, how long you could possibly make it. You would be guesstimating on...
How do you finish off the arms?
This is it.
Oh, okay.
So this is it. It's very simple. It's a very simple pattern, but I think it's I like the way it looks. And when I have it on, this rolls, and this part up here, the lace part, is supposed to roll a little bit. So, yep. Cute. Yeah. Obviously a tank. My husband's like, "You're gonna wear that?" I'm like, "It's gonna have some things after life." Men.
It's like, in public, huh?
Yeah, and I've got my socks that I haven't worked on. So I'm becoming Amy. This is my active work in progress. Because that's how you're listed on the website.
Yes, but
these are my active whips.
But my inactive whips is a far bigger list.
True story.
And I got down to a certain amount, and then I cast on 2 sweaters, and then so
it's gotten away from you again.
Yeah, I really want, like, what I'm gonna probably end up doing is this weekend working on Hobbs's body. Go back to my stuffy for my son, among other things. Yeah, retreat stuff, and got
4 reels.
Secret stuff.
Exciting stuff. Yep. And that ends our regularly scheduled programming.
I know, short, right?
Yep. Sorry, completely uninteresting, and
I know.
I did have an FO and a pretty fabulous whip.
You had a fabulous FO, 2 of them. So she made up for my slack. I really, on vacation, had no desire to pick up knitting.
You lost your mojo?
Well, water and me, so tiring. So by the time I get done at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, I think I can make it to the bed. Maybe. So tiring. That and the allergies and pollen were just driving me up a wall. Which, again, I think it's pollen. If it ends up being a summer cold, you'll see it at the retreat.
Yeah. But don't hug her. So, that goes right into... Oh, Max thinks he's getting fed.
Oh, is that the food noise?
Yeah, we do make that noise.
Okay. That's our catnip noise.
Oh.
Catnip.
The retreat.
Yes.
It's next week.
Yay!
At this time.
Oh my
next
God.
week. We will be seeing people.
How many days? Oh my God.
So, we wanted to have a very non-condescending conversation about real people in real life.
Okay. I am getting very nervous about meeting all of you. And yeah, just it's dawning on me that I'm gonna be like, I don't know, deer in headlights or something. And I'm like, it's kind of like that first time we had a meetup and somebody in the parking lot said, "Hey, it's you!" and ran over and just gave us a warm, wonderful greeting. But again, it was like, oh my gosh, yeah, you recognize me, but I don't know you because I haven't met you yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just getting a little nervous about that.
I'm super excited to meet everyone.
Oh yeah,
Still
very excited.
Yeah, so there's people that are infamous on Ravelry, and there's dyers that you love, and there's designers that you love that will be there, and there's podcasters that you love that will be there. And I think ultimately we just have to boil it all down to that lesson that we learned in elementary school about, like, this person to me is my teacher, but they have a life outside of that, right? Like, they don't sleep at the school. They don't, my teacher has children. Like, that rocked my world, right? Like, oh my God, you have children? You don't just, like, sleep here and teach me? I don't, and maybe that was just me.
I think Megan's point is that we clean up vomit.
Mm-hmm. I wipe butts.
We wipe some butts. And
we're real people.
Yeah.
Real people. And so while it's exciting to meet everybody, and we're just as excited as you, and we'll be just as fangirl to meet you all, ultimately at the end of the squee, you have to be like, this is a real person. I have to treat them like a real person. No, pedestals. No, they're a real person. They could have had a really bad travel day. They could be dealing with, the airline lost their luggage. God forbid. I hope that happens to none of you. But like, real people, real problems, real laughter, real smiles, real everything, right? Yeah. Like, that's what it comes down to is we're all real people. And that's why we came, so that we could be real people together.
Mm-hmm.
So, super excited. End of speech from me about treating people like real people.
Because, we'll have our squee moment.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so excited to see so many of you for the first time in real life.
Yep.
Deep breaths. And this is why I can't sleep at night. Because I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I'm going to see her. Oh, did you see her? Oh, it hurts. But yeah, I'm super excited to be a real person with all of you.
Yes. Very much so. I think all of I've been sleeping like a baby, but that's just because I've been
she runs
water parking
ragged during the day.
I've been drive myself crazy. Tonight I get to sleep in my own bed. That'll be exciting.
That'll be nice.
But
you won't if we keep talking.
I know. Okay. So
any retreat things that we want to pass on last minute? Oh, you've got green nails. That's exciting. Show me your little zombie dude. You picked the right finger, by the way.
I didn't put it on my middle finger, yeah.
Here, look at my zombie dude. Exciting.
So I jazzed up my nails today.
Do you feel like a rock star?
I do, a little bit.
A little bit.
Because green is just not a color I normally would choose to put on my hands. And so it'll be a little strange for a few days. And then I'll get used to it. As does everybody.
Yep. That is all?
Yeah, we have so many things arriving and exciting things going on, but we can't talk about any of it.
Wah, wah.
None of it.
But yeah, lots of stuff going on out on the boards.
Oh yes, please go out to the boards. You have 1 week to get to know all these people before you get here.
There's an enthralling thread about retreat this or that, where you pick the this or that. There will be news about the pub crawl, where we're going to be going. We put out there's some alleged yarn graffiti. I don't know anything about it. That might possibly be going on. Again, it's just alleged. And
we have a kind of a sales swap thing going on. We mentioned that last week, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still out there, and a few people have put on some amazing items
Mm-hmm.
to look at.
Don't forget, while you're packing, to your mini skein and or your $20 yarn lottery swap.
And these are all optional and just for fun. And if you opt out, it's not going to affect the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just really excited for it.
Other than if only one other person brings something, it's not going to be very exciting.
Well, that's what, Mommy, bring me a $20 skein of yarn.
The 5K, you need to submit your time to be eligible for the fantastic prizes. So you should have gotten an email from me if you signed up for the 5K. And thank you to the wonderful volunteers who signed up to help with the time, the corners, and the food distribution.
I pre-selected my yarn crawl helper. So.
Thank you to them.
Well, her, Karen.
Okay, well, them, her. The person.
Miss Ball K.E. out on Railroad.
Balky. Yeah, so we're blathering, and we will see the folks that are listening about the retweet next week. Sooner than you know. Yep. And
it's just baffling. It's so close.
It's like one of those things that it seemed like it's off on the horizon for so long that the fact that it's next week is just, it crushes me every time.
Giving me heart palpitations.
Every time that it occurs to me, I'm like, oh, that's next week.
Yeah.
Not that we're not prepared, because we have lists and lists of lists and whatever. Just that the reality of it, the surrealness, that this thing that we've been planning for months and months and months and months and months is coming to fruition. Going to be, so
it's gonna be fun. And
we don't even have to try, it's always a good time.
You know what song I've been having in my head, and this for a few of the people I know out there that it's like, I am a pinball machine, I know the difference between.
No. Sorry. Maybe if there was like a backbeat or something. Is it like a...
Maple.
Is it a new song?
No.
Okay.
Heck no.
Okay. Sorry. Maybe that was why my brain was on like... Is this a new
I'm not going to tell you because it's just, I want everybody to have fun guessing.
Okay.
Or, not. Just ignore it completely.
It could be kind of like the Jim Gaffigan thing where she does.
Oh yeah, when she's talking about it. I listened to it today, so at least that I am a pinball machine.
All right. On that note.
Okay. Anyway. Bye.
Bye.